Hey, I hope this is working, because if it's not, once again, I have no real way of knowing. Different setup, kind of excited about this one. If there's any audio nerds out there who... Oh, this is so exciting. I'm so happy for everybody to get to see this. There we go. Thanks for your patience. My grandma was going to try to watch this, and she was just calling probably for technical support, and I just can't give it right now. I'm sorry. Let's get started. I don't have a ton, so we're gonna do our best. Just double check here. Okay, we're going for it. Thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out. And if you're somebody who likes to comment, that is my favorite thing about these, so please interact a little bit between songs, because that's when I'm not panicking and closing my eyes. Back home again in Indiana, and it seems that I can see the gleaming candlelight still shining bright through the sycamores for me. The new mown hay sends all its fragrance from the fields that I used to know. And when I dream about the moonlight on the Wabash, then I long for my Indiana The new mown hay sends all its fragrance from the fields that I used to roam. And when I dream about the moonlight on the Wabash, then I long for my Indiana home. And when I dream about the moonlight on the Wabash, then I long for my Indiana home. Okay, all right. Hello and welcome. I'm Sean. Thanks for hanging out. I made a little set list, and in weeks past I practiced a whole lot leading up to it. This is the third time I've done live music on here, and there's a reason I do it. I don't know it fully. I'm coming to terms with it, but I hope this is working, and if anyone can comment like, yes, it is working, cool, thanks. If it's not working, also comment and let me know that so that I don't do this whole thing in vain. I'm not a piano player. I'm a guitar player by trade, by training, and a saxophone player before that. But I know a little bit of music theory and just enough. I can't read like a stack of notes, but if it says like C7, I gotcha. I played C minor the first time. Bad example. Okay, on we go. How do I say goodbye to what we had? The good times that made us laugh outweigh the bad. I thought we'd get to see forever, but forever's gone away. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. I don't know where this road is going to lead. All I know is where we've been and what we've been through. If we get to see tomorrow, I hope it's worth all the wait. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. And I'll take with me the memories to be my sunshine after the rain. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. And I'll take with me the memories to be my sunshine after the rain. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. Okay, all right. So this morning I went for a jog, and before I did, I found an ant outside, and then I went on this trek of like finding where the anthill was and putting down ant stuff to get rid of them, because we had a problem at the beginning of quarantine about them. It was an adventure, and it ended with me finding this big rock in front of our house in the garden, and that rock is where all the ants were going underneath. And it's like, it looks like coral almost, but it's like a piece of porous concrete. I don't know why it's there. But I tried to lift it, and in doing so, got like a blood blister. Like it broke off, and so my thumb was bleeding this morning, and it's just the exact part that touches the key. So we are keeping the theme of me hurting my hands during or before live shows alive and well. This song you may recognize, but you may not know it with such long pauses for page turns in it. So maybe a new little flair with some added suspense of, you know the next words, but it's gonna be just a moment while I turn the page. I dog-eared these. Maybe that'll make it easier. Okay, let's keep going. Let's do this. Once again, I hope the mic is all right. Last time I did this with this mic, I had a mixer that had reverb in it, which makes a big difference. And this sounded, when I tested it, like really, really dry. So I hope that this is palatable for your ears. And I'm going to try not to lose my voice so hard like I did last time. Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? Look at this trove, treasures untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold? Looking around here, you think, sure, she's got everything. I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got who's-its and what's-its galore. You want thingamabobs? Well, I got 20. But who cares? No big deal. I want more. I want to be where the people are. I want to see them dancing, walking around on those, what do you call them? Oh, feet. Flipping your fins, you don't get too far. Legs are required for jumping, dancing, strolling along down the, what's that word again? Oh, street. Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun. Wandering free, wish I could be part of that world. What would I give if I could live out of these waters? What would I pay to spend a day warm on the sand? Betcha on land they understand. Bet they don't reprimand their daughters. Bright young women, sick of swimming, ready to stand. And want to know what the people know. Ask Okay. That'll do. Got by far the most advanced piece of music happens now. Because I don't read sheet music, I had to just memorize the fingerings for it. And I did an okay job. We'll see. We'll see how it turns out. Slow down, you crazy child. You're so ambitious for a juvenile. But then if you're so smart, tell me, why are you still so afraid? Where's the fire? What's the hurry about? You better cool it down before you burn it out. You got so much to do and only so many hours in a day. But you know that when the truth gets told, that you can get what you want, or you can just get old. You're gonna kick off before you even get halfway through. When will you realize Vienna waits for you? Slow down, you're doing fine. You can't be everything you want to be before your time. Although it's so romantic on the borderline tonight. Too bad, but it's the life you lead. You're so ahead of yourself that you forgot what you need. Though you can see when you're wrong, you know you can't always see when you're right. You're right. You got your passion, you got your pride, but don't you know that only fools are satisfied? Dream on, but don't imagine that they'll all come true. When will you realize Vienna waits for you? Slow down, you crazy child, and take the phone off the hook and disappear for a while. It's alright, you can't afford to lose a day or two. When will you realize Vienna waits for you? But you know that when the truth gets told, that you can get what you want, or you can just get old. You're gonna kick off before you even get halfway through. When will you realize Vienna waits for you? I'm sure there's better pianos, and I know when I listen to this later to see if anything actually showed up on the audio and is sounding like anything in the iPhone. The pedal squeak is gonna drive me crazy, because in the sweetest parts, that no bueno. What else is left? We're nearing the end. I didn't put together too much of a massive playlist. This next song is an old classic. You're gonna love this one, but I don't have the words. Just relying on my own memory. So we're gonna hope that muscle memory for my vocal cords kicks in, and this sounds good. It's not the pale moon that excites me, that thrills and delights me. Oh no, it's just the nearness of you. It isn't your sweet conversation that brings this sensation. Oh no, it's just the nearness of you. When you're in my arms, I can feel you so close to me. All my wildest dreams come true. I need no soft light to enchant me. If you'll only grant me the right to hold you ever so tight, and to feel in the night the nearness of you. I need no soft light to enchant me. If you'll only grant me the right to hold you ever so tight, and to feel in the night the nearness of you. This is my third one. And for the first two, I texted a bunch of my friends and was like, hey, I'm going to stream some live music. And each time there were like 10 to 12 people watching. And that was kind of cool. And I started to feel bad being like, hey, I'm doing live music and texting people, because then they have that obligation to be like, oh, great, I'll be there. Or to be like, oh, no, I'm sorry, I can't go, and I'm genuinely disappointed. So I started an email list, which is its own level of pretension that I'm still coming to terms with, but it's much less intrusive. And I said, I put the link out there. It's boomreactive.com/email-list. I'll put the link in the description after this is over. But I figured that was an easier way where if you wanted to sign up, you could. I'll send stuff out there rather than texting people. And so if you are watching this and you want to see the next one of these whenever it comes, or whatever else is next, there's an email list for that. And I did learn the hard way that once people sign up for that, apparently everything goes right to the junk mail. So you might want to, like, I don't know, flag my address as saying, like, that's cool. If you'll get a welcome email, and just make sure that that doesn't get stuck in your spam, and you'll learn what's happening, just like you always wanted. Yeah, done with that. done with almost all the sheet music. So thanks for hanging out. It means a lot to me. Again, I hope you can hear any of this. This is the first song that I ever learned to play on piano, really, unless you count Star Wars. But we don't. But I don't know the whole thing, but I really like what little I know, so I'm going to play it and then move on. Okay. In both of the other ones, I played one of my own songs, and I don't really have a lot of piano songs I've written other than this one in high school. And I haven't practiced this or played this in a while, but I'm going to throw it in as a bonus. But I wrote this in high school, and I don't know if I'll be able to play, or how much of it I'll be able to play and remember. We'll find out. Maybe not. Or not. Really was hoping the muscle memory would kick in. Okay, done with that. It was a really pretty chord. Okay, guess not. not cry, and I will sing a lullaby. Golden slumbers fill your eyes, smiles awake you when you rise. Sleep, pretty darling, do not cry, and I will sing a lullaby. Okay, last song. I think, so my favorite song of all time is Someday My Prince Will Come by Miles Davis. It's incredible, but I partway through, for the past like 5 years, reading a biography on Walt Disney and how he approached creativity and as a business, and he had no shortage of flaws as well. But he had just this creative drive and this willingness to go, which is inspiring and really neat. And the song "When You Wish Upon a Star" like was his whole mantra, and it was like what fueled him and what like became the energy of the studio before they made it big, when they were still struggling, when they were in debt, and pushing through. This song was really the essence of what defined that cohesion, and so I absolutely love it, and I'm gonna play it, and then I'm gonna leave. When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires will come to you. If your heart is in your dream, no request is too extreme. When you wish upon a star as dreamers do, fate is kind. She brings to those who love the sweet fulfillment of their secret longings. Like the bolt out of the blue, fate steps in and sees it through. When you wish upon a star, your dream comes true. Thanks. I'm gonna try to do Tuesday night live streams, be they music or I have a handful of like conversations coming up, which I think are gonna be pretty neat. I've got a collection of filmmakers who are gonna talk about sort of horror stories from production and how they addressed them and triumphed. I have a unique group of dads coming together, where me as just a pandemic dad, I'm the most boring of the dad stories. But comparing some different generations and some different experiences. That's going to be cool. Next Tuesday is actually going to be next Wednesday, and we're playing some live lies game with a handful of smart and funny people from my life coming together. Just testing stuff, just doing stuff, just making stuff. So thanks for watching and viewing. It means an absolute ton to me. I'm not working really during quarantine. I'm not filming much until August and September, I think, is the first I'm going to do. And so there's sort of a creative black hole in a lot of ways where I don't get to make things like I used to as frequently. And so I've been upping my YouTube game and just trying to put myself out there and challenge myself. And the piano was one tonight where, if you don't know me, everything in 10 seconds, I've struggled with anxiety like all of my life, back starting in 4th grade, which is really as far back as I can remember. But I got so nervous leading up to the guitar ones, and I over-practiced the last guitar one and lost my voice hard during it. And so I tried to play this one really relaxed, and I practiced a little bit yesterday and a little bit 2 days ago, but in general, like, trying to approach this without overthinking it and get to a place where I'm comfortable turning on the camera and flowing, because I think that's a true skill. And I look at what I've been able to do with my other YouTube videos and how that's affected me as a public speaker and affected me as an educator when I play that role. So I'm not sure yet how this is going to affect me in the long run, but thanks for coming along for the ride, because that little bit of validation goes a very long way. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.